We're here. Mm. You know the vibes already. Yeah, Demon Team X Scum Gang. You know the vibes already, man. Listen, I'm flattened, bro. I've been taken out. I've been infiltrated, bro. You get me? Energy's low. Man's on the pre-workout. Big up Blue Wall Sonic for the new membership. Yeah! Come on, man. Scumbagging it up and all that. You already know the vibes, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? Big up Morris. You already know the vibes every time. Let me answer Morris's question real quick before we get anywhere. And don't ask me ever again in your life. Don't ever in your life ask me if I watch EastEnders again, bro. I don't miss EastEnders, bro. What you taught? I don't miss EastEnders, bro. I haven't missed EastEnders. Well, I've missed no, I haven't. I've always caught up with any episode of EastEnders, and that's been for the last 30 years of my life. Anyway, I've not missed the episode, so yeah, like Zoe returned and that, although she didn't come back looking the same as she. Yeah? Yeah, but look what extra. She had a little extra, yeah? Look at the calories were caloring, look at carb face and that. But listen, hey man, we don't discriminate, man. I'm a PT, bro. 6 weeks with me, I'll get her right again, blood. You get me? Yeah. Legs 11 and that. I hear it though. But big ups, hey Sonic, big up to you, bro. Love for the love. We're here, man. Let's talk about Smackdown. Let's talk smack, man. And listen, and you lot know as well, I don't follow the general consensus of the internet. You get me? Because I don't put myself in the IWC crowd. I just happen to be a wrestling fan on the internet. I'm not part of that community. I never will be part of that community. I'm going to give a shit about them. Nick Khan's been talking shit about them all week. Listen, we're going to talk about SmackDown, of course. We're going to run it through as normal. As I said, listen, SmackDown's not good enough for me to want to run through each separate segment in totality and detail because it is what it is. A lot of things are repetitive, but obviously it's going to be, I can't ignore the biggest talking point of today. But my opinion on that talking point ain't the opinion of what the internet are going back to doing what they normally do. It was cinema. It was fantastic. This is the best promo I've seen in years. So listen, I don't have to repeat myself from Raw, but Tribal Chief's been around, bro. Yeah. So all this cinema talk and all this Tribal Chief's been around. That's all I got to say about that. I think what's understood don't need to be said, so I'll say no more. Apart from the Tribal Chief's been around, so all this talk about in the past decade, I've heard a promo like this. Shut up, bro. Now, obviously, we can talk about it. Come on, honesty, and we will talk about it. But you're not gonna gaslight me, internet. You're not gonna gaslight me into talk. Oh my god, the way John Cena, it was good, it was fun. But as I told you guys before, if you feed people crap week in week out, when you give somebody something half decent, it feels amazing. I told you, what have I got a monsoon coming through? Listen, now I can give you a lot of analogies for this. You get me? I can give a lot of analogies to this, and you lot will understand. And you don't need to ask me why I know these things, but see when you go to prison, see when you get locked up. Locked up. There's no gal in there. It's just mandem. So you see when a screw comes in, little 47-year-old screw in that, she would have looked like a cracker on the streets. But you could tell when she was a young 22, she was half decent. That half decent doesn't become half decent in prison, bro. That half decent becomes fire, bro. She's Beyonce to the man them on the wings. You know, like that. You see that food that you get in prison? They be feeding, man. Listen, let me just tell you about Caribbean Fridays in prison. Yeah? You know on Caribbean Fridays in prison, you know the rice and peas that they give you? It's rice and garden peas, bro. These man didn't put the kidney beans in the red the put the in real life. If I went to a Caribbean restaurant and they fed man rice and peas and brought out garden peas and white rice, basmati, tilde thing, long grain, I'm dashing the plate in someone's face, bro. See in prison. See in prison. Rice and peas, garden thing. Yeah, brother. Yo, add a little seasoning on that. You get me? You have to just let me tell you. You have to man. You have to punch up a man on the wing. You get me? You have to swap some batches for a young mackerel and that. You have to put the mackerel in the kettle because the kettle becomes the cooker. You have to fry that up and that little seasonings. All of a sudden, that rice and peas becomes Caribbean cuisine. My analogy and my point to this is WWE been giving us a cock-filled prison, and today they tried to give us the 47-year-old crackhead in one segment. So you see the crackhead? She kind of looked all right today. She had little cheeks to her, bro. The little crack in the back all of a sudden became cheeks. The little mosquito bites all of a sudden became titties. You get me? The little bad legs with the broken knees, all of a sudden she became Stacey Keebler, bruv. This weren't a good Smackdown, you dumb motherfuckers, bruv. You lot can't gaslight me into this. This Smackdown was shit. It was shit. It was shit as it always is. You do realize when the John Cena segment was, it was right at the end of the show, bruv. You can't keep giving me shit stuff and then trying to feed me something right at the end like I'm a prick, bruv. Am I a dickhead? This sucks, bruv. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Anna, see you just there, the mod mothers here. Are you fucking crazy, bruv? This Smackdown suck balls, bruv. It suck balls, bruv. Bun up, pause, and all of that shit. You get me? I apologize. But I'm just saying, no. This was shit. This was still subpar. This Smackdown had no rhythm, no blues, had no story, had no progression, no threads running through the show, because they tried to run a thread through the show, and then Paul Heyman messed it up. And let's speak about a young Paul Heyman too, bruv. Can we speak about Paul Heyman a second? Because I'm a fan of Paul Heyman. I think Paul's incredible. I think Paul should have been in the Hall of Fame ages ago. And now I know he's in there now, but he should have been there way before that. Again, I think it's time for people to realize that maybe Roman Reigns is putting in a lot more work than you actually thought at the time, bruv. Because the chemistry Paul Heyman has with this group is terrible. All Seth has done, which he does every half a decade, is pick a new tag team to be with and tells us that he's going to make them the future and tells them he's going to do so. In fact, at least J&J Security will call J&J Security, bro. Brother, it's terrible, bro. J&J Security, AOP, Brun. No, wait. Yeah, it's true. It's J&J, AOP, and now B&B. This shit is horrible. It's diabolical. They have no chemistry. The other two don't talk. They stand there like it's 2001 and it's the Matrix season with the black glasses and the black suit. Standing there like them twins from Matrix Reloaded. I don't know what's going on, bro. It sucks. It sucks. You ain't gonna gaslight me, bro. Oh yeah, you're right. Austin Theory and Buddy Murphy. Very tall. Yeah, it's true. Cinema. You gotta stop this shit, man. You gotta stop this shit. And even with the pipe bomb thing, you can't have two pipe bombs, bro. That's the way it's a pipe bomb. Once one went off, you can't recreate it by copying it and trying to be funny because you said some names of people Oh yeah, oh, you said Dolph Ziggler's real name, did you? Oh gosh, he's an AEW. Oh my god, internet fans go crazy. Oh my god, he said AEW name. Shut up, shut up. If he said Jack Perry, then we're talking business, real life incidents. That's what you should have said. He didn't have to recreate the whole thing bar for bar. He should have just said, "Hey Jack Perry, we would have known." Try to speak on Punk's morals. No, mention what he was talking about. Don't half-heart it and act like, oh, John Cena said a cuss word. No, tell us he sold his soul to Saudi. That's what you should have said. John Cena sitting on the top rope like he's some G. Brother, John, it didn't work. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but it was meaty, bro. Yeah? It was decent, but it was meaty. Hey, what's the cameraman's name? Hey, Steve, John, Craig, come on, bring the camera over here. Oh my God, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Breaking the fourth wall? It's 2025. There ain't no fourth wall. There ain't no fourth wall in 2025. Kayfabe's dead. I saw the Wyatt Six debut kill Chad Gable and turn up in Whataburger 3 hours later, bro, for the photograph. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There ain't no fourth wall, bro. You think you're Deadpool. You're not Deadpool, bro. Fucking fourth wall. Big up, Zach. Don't fall for this shit, people, man. You can enjoy it, but don't fall for this cinema. Oh my God, he's done it again. You know what happened in this promo? He made CM Punk like an idiot, bro. That's what happened in this promo. The person who looked like an idiot the most was CM Punk. This geezer slay. Listen, I'm going to tell you something that no one's going to tell you on the internet today, bro, until they've seen this video and copy me. Or maybe there's someone out there, great minds and that. Do you want to know what the truth of this promo was? It was an advert for Slim Jim. I don't think you've not heard me, so I have to tell you again. This promo was an advert for Slim Jim. This promo was an advert for Slim Jim's table. I'm letting you know, bro. Because for 12 minutes, 11, we saw Punk smashed in between the Slim Jim table. I have to let you know, only a week ago, we saw Cody go for a table, got straight back up. Every week, someone goes for an announce table, and in the same match, get straight back up. But no, not CM Punk, bro. Not CM Punk, bro. Yeah? He takes 1 AA through a table, folded, stays there, trying to catch up with the last 10 years of his career. That's what he's been doing, bro. I think the UFC kicked in. I think, you see that beating that CM Punk got in the UFC? I think it kicked in at that moment. I think he felt the pain in that moment and said, fuck it, bro. The man was there for a time, bro. He was there for... John Cena didn't jump off the top rope, toe poke him in the head, hit him again with the belt while he was on the floor, see him start stirring and stamp on the back of his head. No, John just sat on the top rope with his fucking suburb pale ass shins and the suburb stupid socks. The stupid socks. Dressed like them dads trying to be cool, bruv. Brother, you ain't from Albany, New York, bruv. You ain't from Hampshire, Connecticut, bruv. What are you dressed like that? Why are you dressed like you got more money? Actually, you probably got more money than the one. Bruv, he dressed like the people that will tell me when I was younger to get out of their neighborhood, bruv, because I thought I wasn't supposed to be around there. And I was. So, yeah, I'm sorry, mate. You do around here? No, these are the streets and I can walk around here. You know what I mean? Nah, but, your sort ain't really supposed to be around here, innit? So, I want to be careful in that because, my sort, what do you mean about that? Yeah, we don't live around here. You can't really afford to be around here. Oh, sorry, mate. That's my mom's house. Yeah, probably not. That's what he's dressed like, bro. Fucking pipe bomb. Fucking pipe bomb. WWE trying to gaslight us, making us feel like, oh, he done something X-rated, he done something crazy. Brother, in the build-up to this Smackdown, where they played the pipe bomb in the advert, they cut Vince McMahon's name out of it. But you want us to believe that you're edgy? You don't need to cut Vince's name out. Are you dumb? You wrestlers keep saying his names. I just watched Nick Khan and Stephanie have a whole podcast for over an hour talking about Vince McMahon. So listen, to stop the foolishness, bruv. He ain't the other guy where, you want to cut that out. Yeah, he didn't do the unthinkable to his wife and kids. He was a bit of a freaky old man. He's a bit of an old diddy, bruv. You ain't gonna gaslight me. And I know let people know as well. For people that ain't live in the stream now, when you come in here later on and you see this, enjoy yourself, chop it with the Demon Team, drop a comment. Don't be dropping no comment telling me that I'm delusional and I'm stupid and all that. Because I'm not. I know what I saw, bro. It's perfect it's perfect advertising for Slim Jim. He's folded in between the table and there's two big Slim Jim stickers on each side, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You think I don't know this shit? Like the Morgan and Morgan steel chair. And the fireball ladder. Nah. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that shit. And also, the chopping up, I'm all over the place today, but it is what it is. Raise of hands in the chat. Raise a hand in the chat. In fact, put a 1 in the chat, and I'm expecting to see no ones, by the way. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to see Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton fight again. Oh, wait. I expect to see no ones, bruv. Let me know if you want to see Nia Jax and Tiffany. If you want to see them fight again. Because this shit is repetitive, bro. They got rid of house shows and then gave us televised house shows, bro. Peep that. Let me let it sink in. They took house shows away to give us house shows on TV, bro. Brother, this stinks. This stinks. Morris, you're not thinking straight. How can you have a nice ring to it, be on a steel chair that you're about to hit somebody with the steel chair to cause the accident? You know that Morgan and Morgan can't cause an accident and then go and take somebody to court for it. Come on, man. You best not putting it in there. If it makes more sense if it was on an ambulance in an ambulance match. I hear it that you think it's funny, bro, but I'm past the point of joking about this shit. This is not funny to me anymore. This is stupid. Man got 24/7 7-Eleven stickers on the ring posts. These not promoting we need to. I seen Steph and Triple H missed whatever the other day because he went to sit with the health minister, the Secretary of Health. Meanwhile, you're sponsored by Snickers and KFC and Slim Jim and 24/7-Eleven. What are you talking about? Out here making, just make a wish for the kids and that. Yeah, make a wish kid. That's amazing, by the way. But you know what most of them kids have? Diseases. What's killing them? Diabetes and that. Cancerous viruses. How do you just carry on promoting your shit food, bro? I understand, bro. Man like Sonic said it's his birthday and that. Don DeMarco. Hey, you didn't let us know, blood. It's your birthday, Sonic. Man. It's your birthday, Sonic. It's your birthday, Sonic. Don DeMarco. You get me? It's your birthday. What? I said it's your birthday. What? It's your birthday. What? It's his birthday. It's his birthday. It's his birthday.
Y2J is the undisputed champion.
You heard it? Come on, man. To be fair, yo, big up Sonic as well, because you're lucky, because I don't do birthdays, you get me? But because we're live, and you just welcome yourself to the day, man, team. You just walking to Scum Gang. Hey, man, happy birthday to you, blood. Happy birthday to you. Ain't it funny that we have birthdays? No disrespect to you. Happy birthday to you. Salut. I got water, by the way. But, I think it's funny we have birthdays when we're born once. Thoughts of a savage. I really struggle. There's some stuff I'm going to start doing in some other channels to shopping stuff up, because I really struggle with, like, I think I'm on the spectrum. I think it's time to admit that to the people. Don't know if you lot probably realised before me, but salute to everyone on the spectrum, man. I'm somewhere under. Because regular life just don't make shit to me. Don't make sense. Before we get into the show properly, mental health check, physical health check, and I hope everyone's family is good. You already know what I'm going to ask, because anyone who was there a couple of weeks ago, I told you that I was speaking to a squirrel, bruv. I know everyone thinks I'm joking. I'm not joking. I spoke to a squirrel. He took me to his home. Yeah, I didn't get in the home because he lives in the tree, but he took me to the home. So obviously me and the squirrel are cool now, see him when I'm on the way to the gym and that. They walk on. I think you might call him Skrilla still, because he's from the streets, so Skrilla. I see him every morning now. And I'm just saying, like, I'm going to ask you like this question again, because, you know, I like to put something out there and then see if people followed through with the advice I gave them. Anyone looked up at the moon lately? Anyone gone for a walk, looked up at the moon? No? Anyone want to look at the sky? Or you like just walking, neck hurting, staring down at your phone, bruv? Because you lot shouldn't have the same pain in your neck that Lisa Ann has in her neck. And if I have to explain who Lisa Ann is, well, I won't. Nah. There's no AO, bro. It's a squirrel, bro. There's no bun-ups with animals, bro. Everyone knows this, bro. There's no bun-ups with animals, bro. The squirrel, old type Skrilla, I saw the squirrel. I was just staring at it, innit? Because obviously we walk past stuff all the time, innit? Like, when was the last... I'm going to ask you like the question. When was the last time you saw an ant? When was the last time you saw an ant, bro? They're there all the time. So I'm saying, I'm in the moment. I saw a squirrel. He's always there, just running across and that. They seem a bit, you know... Big up Riley. They seem a bit scared of humans, innit? Squirrels. But that's because everyone's always walking around fast-paced. I just looked at the squirrel, said, yo, well, go on, squirrel. He looked at me. He didn't say anything, but in my head, he did the Dr. Doolittle thing, so I just followed through what he said. And then I was like, yo, let me just walk over to the squirrel and see if he runs off. See if my energy, see if my magnetic field, I'm emitting something. He didn't run off. I didn't stamp my feet or anything like that, because I'm not a prick. Yeah, you're stamping your feet at birds and all that. And then I walked over it, and he just stood there, bro, like right by my trainers. You get me? Early morning and that, 5:15. Well, it was 5:13 to be honest, bro, but I like to round up. And I'm like, okay, I start stepping. He steps once with me. I step again. He steps again. I said, hold on a minute, bro. He's not even trying to walk with me. I tried to veer off to the left, because that's my direction. He's obviously living in another direction. He don't move. He's just looking at me. I said, oh, he looks kind of sad. Walk over there again. He walks over to his tree. I walk over to the tree. He crawls up the tree. I can't crawl up the tree. Then he's like head height, face to face with me, innit? And he's just looking at me. Then he goes in the tree and he just starts looking down. Said, ain't this some shit? You just invite me to your yard. Invite me to his yard, bro. I said, say no more, bro. Say no more, bro. You get me? I don't even know if you man like almonds and that, because I know in the movies and all that, they'll all be giving you the madness. I got man some almonds, okay? That's the end of the story. Don't judge me. I got man some almonds. I didn't want to get him the meaty, you get me, the KP thing. I got him the bad boy, free range, taste the difference, almond thing. Yes, it cost £2.60. Yes, I don't know the squirrel, but I was in a good mood. And that's all I got to say about that. My point of the whole story is, stay present, people. You're not just rushing through life for no fucking reason. Because I don't know if you not realized yet, we're all terminally ill. We've been terminally ill from birth, and we're all gonna die. Yeah? We've been dying since we were born. So, stay present. Enjoy shit. salute, and before you salute me back, taste the drink in it. Don't just neck it like a weirdo. Pause. Drink it. Taste it. Because water tastes like nothing until you taste it. Anywho, now it's time to get into the show. Big up to you, lot. You saw Red Ant. See what I'm saying, bro? You see what I'm saying? Because I ain't, bruv. There's some stuff that ain't around that was around when I was a little kid, bruv. Like, no, I don't want to get into it, bruv. But okay, quick question. And this should be easy for me because I've got a dog in it. Old type Pablo and that. You don't really like being called dog, but scientific thing. You see when the dog goes to the toilet? Because I'm not crude. The stuff that comes out the back end. When I was a little kid, bruv, when you were to play football and you're trying to make sure that you don't put the jumpers and goalposts and down where that is, I swear there used to be white mess out there, bruv. Like dried up white mess. Where it doesn't exist anymore. Bruv, has their diet changed or something? There used to be shit looking like Medusa stared at some dog mess and turned it into stone. Now it doesn't exist. I've not seen the dried up white thing. Not cocaine I'm talking about. I'm talking about dog mess. I haven't seen that for about 20 years, bro. I'm not joking. Where's it gone? And how come the flying ants ain't coming out like they normally come out, bro? This time in England, at this time every year for my whole life, flying ants was pissing me off. Now, they're just gone. This shit's global warming, bro. Big up James Jones and that, you get me? This is global warming, I'm 100% sure of it, bro. Because where's the white dog mess? Where's the flying ants? And where's them little red things that used to crawl around that everyone used to lie and say that it could suck your blood, bro? Where is it? Morris, bruv, you talking shit. Where up? Bruv, okay, you're not listening to what I'm saying, innit? I'm not saying they're extinct, innit? But you know, like the white rhino, there's only a few left in the world, innit? Brother, you know this, man. Especially anyone who lives in England, I can't speak for everyone else's country and that. Anyone who lives in England knows that I'm not talking about one flying ant. I'm talking about every summer, bro. You end up with a flying ant's nest in the corner of your front door, the window. You go outside, there's a crack in the floor. You see, it looks like ants are eating other ants, and all of a sudden they evolve into some fucking some Pokemon, and then they've all got ants and that. Then they get on your top. You don't know they're on your top. One of them flies into your eye. You're like trying to dodge them and stuff. Bruv, they're not there anymore. Because I'm walking outside fine now. The only problem I have is the heat. Bruv, where are they? See, honestly, bruv, they've gone. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen them as an adult, but I haven't seen them since my son was like 3. And Chang's 16 now. He's 17 next month. No, you see, on Morris, we're talking specific. Oh, bro, don't you know what a flying ant is, bro? Are you taking a piss? It's an ant that flies, bro. Bro, chat, please let Morris know that a flying ant exists, bro. Because you're acting stupid now, bro. Do what you mean, bro? A flying ant is an ant with wings, bro. They fly. It's the evolution. You know, you got Pikachu and Raichu, bro. You know, you got Pidgey and Pidgeot and Pidgeotto, bro. That's what they've got, bro. It's an evolution thing. You know, like that flying ant, I choose you, bro. Who's that? Pokemon, flying ant. They don't exist anymore, bro. This is global warming shit, bro. The kids even get chickenpox anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, I ain't heard any of my nieces and nephews and anyone in my family. Oh my god, you know, little Jerome can't go to school because he got chickenpox, bro. Don't exist anymore, bro. So I'm saying, bro, maybe COVID was airborne, innit? I'm thinking now that coronavirus was. Can I still say coronavirus? No, it's fine, innit? Coronavirus was airborne and it affected people with like COVID-19, but to animals and shit and other life forms, it just fucked them up, bro. Got rid of some shit. I think that's what's happened still. You know, like in Planet of the Apes when the shit's airborne, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Big up Deontay said this so-called WWE TNA partnership is nothing but WWE trying to kill TNA once and for all. I don't think WWE's trying to kill TNA because they got money to make, but they're not helping them. It's TNA helping WWE more than anything, it seems. Yeah, our weather system is doomed, bruv. In Virginia, you used to get foot snow, now we get snow dust. You see what I'm saying, bro? This is what I'm saying. You see that geostorm shit where the man just turns on the weather and that? That's what, bruv. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, by the way. Yeah. I err on the side of science, but I do know people tell lies, and you can change the weather. I don't think you can turn it on and off, but you can change the weather. Like in China, they've got their own sun. Not, and I don't mean like when you go China, the sun's just there, but they've got their own like heat system. What's this as hot as the sun? And if you, before anyone tells me I'm talking shit, go Google it. It's there. It's a real thing. And then people know what cloud seeding is, isn't it? Where they fly the planes over the clouds, they drop the cloud seeds in to make it rain. That's a real thing, bro. It's not like a fake thing. It's a real thing. So the question will be is how come they don't do cloud seeding in the places that need the fucking water, bro? Like you got man in hot country just dying for a bit of water, bro, and just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna cloud seed there, bruv. Hey, listen, and there's not, hey James, you know, bruv. What's understood don't need to be said, bruv. You get me? How come every time in England, every time we've got summer, like today, yesterday was it Thursday? Thursday was a heat wave again. Every time in England, every summer, by the way, they tell us it's the hottest summer for 100 years. Every year they tell us that, bro. Every year, bro. You get me? Oh, I hear it, James, bro. I hear it. Don't throw your cousin under the bus, though. You get me? Cause I ain't trying to get Lieutenant Craig Jones out of here, bro. I don't know why I called him Craig. I just have to make up a name for him, made it feel better. But anyway, let's get into the show. Again, I like the fact that when I asked, does anyone want to see Tiffany versus Nia, nobody put any ones in the chat to prove my point. Because I checked, and since Nia lost that title, they've been involved with 6 matches together. 6 matches and 3 beatdowns. Nia lost that title in March. So in 3 months, that's basically like an average of 1 a week, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Anyway, we kick off the show with LA Knight. I don't know what's going on with WWE in the start of these shows, bro, but they stink, bro. The start of these shows are stinking. But like, I don't know. I'm not a lazy person, but sometimes I need to get the evidence I'm talking about and bring it to you, like, so you think I'm not. I think everyone who's subscribed to me knows that I don't talk shit. Like I don't. There's nothing I've spoke about and I can't back it up. I've made mistakes, like a word or something, but I'm not. I can back it up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Does every Raw on SmackDown starts off with an in-ring promo? And I don't know what the year is. I don't know when it started and when it stopped, but every SmackDown and Raw starts off with an in-ring promo. Without sounding like the old person on the stream and that, because this isn't about being old, because I'm talking about even years ago. Do you remember when we didn't used to see the all of the people pulling up to the stadium with their Starbucks and the suitcase and their tour bus? We never used to see that. And what we used to see was the show would kick off, you have the intro and that, and then you have all of the red pyro for Raw. And on SmackDown, you have the blue pyro with the big fist and all that. You'd have all of that pyro going off. And then the camera would do, like, the cameraman was dope still, because the camera at the ramp, then they'll do the outward shot. They'll go to all the fans with all the signs and stuff like that. And then they'd scroll across. And while they're doing that, you'd hear like JR and the King or whoever they're talking over it. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Blah, blah. Do you know what happened next? Does everyone remember? Because it wasn't an advert. What happened next when they were talking? Someone's theme music would go off straight away. For a match. Like, straight away, someone's theme music will go off. And this, bow, 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 bow. Godfather's coming out with the hose and that is about to have a match straight away, bro. Not wasting time. Like, they've gone from trying to cram every bit of story and stuff they could into like a 2-hour show on Raw, because they had so much great ideas and they wanted to give everyone a chance, and they wanted to give you matches and segments and stories and some comedy in there, some seriousness. They want to cram it in. Let's use up the TV time. They've gone from doing that to, we don't have enough stuff to do. We're not created enough. So we need to kill the time. They've gone from saving the time to like, I don't get it. So now we have, and I've got some of the stats here anyway, but we have LA Knight's entrance. To be fair to LA Knight, I like the way he entered because I don't think they should do this for everyone, by the way, but they did it from gorilla position, him walking through. His music went off, but he didn't stop to like address the crowd at the top of the ramp and all that. He meant business when he walked down to the ring, so I did like that from LA Knight. The promo and stuff was LA Knight promo, and it was cutting it on Seth and his boys, and being screwed out of the King of the Ring, so he had to screw them out of the King of the Ring and all that stuff. I think because he's moving on it to, I don't know if he's moving to SmackDown or something, or moving to Raw, whichever brand is on, he's moving to the opposite one. This caused ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out. All of the other stuff I saw for the wise man, the Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, don't boo that name. But this is what I was saying about Paul. It's like Paul's got with Seth and realized straight away, like, there's no chemistry because he's saying that so the fans boo even more to admit a reaction. But it's pointless trying to get him to boo Seth because when Seth's music goes off, they're all going to sing it and chant on the way to the ring anyway. They don't care. Like, I think part of the problem what's happening with wrestling now is, and I do blame the creative first, then the wrestlers, and then the fans, because whatever, all mixed 50-50 with the fans and the wrestlers. But I think the fans in the live crowd think that they run the show now. I think, yeah, that's true, Morris. I think that it's too late in my opinion already. It's too late. I think that they think they run the show. I think the fans think that they run the show. They orchestrate the show. You have people like The Rock and Austin and that used to be like, oh, I've got the crowd in the palm of my hand. Roman, I got the crowd in the palm of my hands. They don't have the crowd in the palm of their hands anymore. The crowd have them in the palm of their hands, and whatever the crowd decides to do, whether it's this week we like Lyra, the week after she cuts a promo, what? She said she cuts a promo, what? You know what I mean? You can't wrestle. This is awesome. You fucked up. Like, they're not even doing these chants at their admitted time to do it. They're just doing it because they can now. I wonder sometimes, like, you have crowds who just think they're smarter than everyone, and you have crowds who are like, we're bored, so we're gonna start doing the Mexican wave and bring out a beach ball and start doing this singing. It's kind of crazy to me that they do that, man. I agree, Anna. It's the same what I said. What did I say to you guys? Even though I was a massive fan of Jay on his singles run, please tell me if anyone remembers what I said about the entrance, because I specifically remember saying after Backlash, I was like, you know what? This is so cold that Jay should come out from the ramp normally on Raw and SmackDown, and at pay-per-views he should come out the crowd. That's what they should do. Make it special. It's fucking stupid, man. Now everyone's got a WrestleMania type entrance on a Raw and SmackDown. Paul Heyman proceeds to basically tell LA Knight, like, yo, listen, fix up, don't try it, innit? Because if you mess around, you've got, by the end of the night, you don't want to see what's going to happen to you, bad things are going to happen to you, and that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. What I didn't like about this is, that's fine, because it sets a thread through the night of, what's going to happen? But we knew what was going to happen, but not only did it happen at the end of the night, it happened right now. As soon as Paul said that, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed storm to the ring, start throwing haymakers, start throwing hands and that. Luckily, LA Knight got his hand on a steel chair, tried to go to town on them, and instantly, they look weak. They look weak instantly. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. I don't give a damn if LA Knight's got a chair, bruv. Like, they're that strong. They're supposed to come across that strong that I wouldn't be surprised if LA Knight tries to throw a chair at Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed just punches the chair like Big Show would have. Deontay said it's better than the NXT crowd. They are so scripted, I can't stand the NXT crowd. I mean, yeah, not scripted by the WWE, but they do get prompts to do certain things. That's why I like when they do like organic stuff, like the Booker T stuff. That's organic. They like doing that. We coming for you. I love that. The Stephanie Vaquer one, all of that. But I agree with you, bro. In fact, everything organic on NXT is Booker T. The Stephanie Vaquer one, the Booker T chant for his own music, the whoop that trick. It's all Booker T. Way back when Raw and SmackDown was 2 hours, only Taker required a long entrance. It was special. Yeah, and to be fair, Undertaker's SmackDown entrance wasn't as long as his pay-per-view entrance. He sped it up a little bit. And remember, he wasn't like the dead man the whole time. So when he was American Badass, Undertaker actually had the fastest entrance because he drove down to the ring. So like there was him counteracting. Oh, I do this very slow, but now I'm American Badass. You know what I mean? Even when he was an American Badass and he was Brothers of Destruction, him and Kane used to walk down to the ring so quick. When he was Ministry of Darkness, Undertaker, he used to come out before his entrance music even started. Like there'd just be a big moon in the background and he'd be halfway down the entrance. So he balanced it, innit? But yeah, James, that one. Ah, 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 ah. Yeah. Come on, man. Speaking of Stephanie Vaquer, has anyone seen the Celtic Warrior workout, Stephanie Vaquer? I watched it yesterday. It was a great watch, I have to say. Moving on from there, we have we have Byron Saxton informing Paul Heyman that Bronson Reed and LA Knight will be fighting later on tonight. Who cares? Who cares? We move on to the first women's Queen of the Ring tournament match, which I don't know why I said it's the women's queen. And of course, it's the queen. Actually, nowadays, man, the gay people are queens on it, so my bad. It's the women's match. Semi-final, Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. And don't really matter what happened in the match. Asuka won. Asuka! She won. Don't know how I feel about this. I spoke to Morris about this last week, and as I explained, it wasn't me I was just talking about. And I said that now that she's back, they're going to have to, you know what I mean? They're going to try to book her like, oh, she's back now. But people leave WWE so often and get injured or they're out for a little bit and stuff. We can't keep doing that because somebody returns, they must win. Like, everyone isn't Triple H 2001 level. You know what I'm saying? Like, that because that means that when Drew McIntyre returns, he's going to win. When Bianca Belair returns, she's going to win. I think at one point we had Edge return. Edge had his first return, and then he returned like 3 more times before he went to AEW. Like, we can't just... Every return doesn't require that. So does that mean that when... What's his name in that? Elton John. The one for the... You know what I'm talking about? Wade Wilson and Elton John, bro. The pretty deadly. Pretty deadly. So when Elton John returns, bro, is he going to get a pop in that and then he has to win the tag team titles? Like, come on, man. It doesn't make sense, bro. It ruins it because everything becomes way... Yeah, Elton Prince. That's what I said. That's what I said still. And Wade Wilson. Wade Robson. Wade Wilson's Deadpool in it. Shit. Anyway. That's their name, bruv. Wade Wilson and Elton John, bruv. They're pretty deadly. Should call them pretty friendly, to be honest. They're not deadly about them, bruv. They got to stop these belly tops and the... Oh, Kip Wilson, all right. They got to stop the belly tops and the nipples out, bruv. Like, man, them with their nipples out with a top on confuses me, bruv. Like, makes me feel uncomfortable. Just have your top off or don't have your top off, innit? Like, when Braun Strowman used to have that meaty little Primark string vest on and his nipple... Bruv, put your nipple away, bro. I ain't trying to see that. Yeah, pretty friendly, bro. That's the babyface version of them. That's what I just made up anyway. Nobody knew he was injured until tonight when R-Truth beat the shit out of the other one. Out of Kip. Anyway. All I'm saying is everyone can't return and do all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. Question, why are they having... man said Brian Barking, you know. Whoa. Brother, I know you meant to put Bron Breakker in. I don't know what predictive text you've got on. Brian Barking. That sounds like some porn star whose whole gimmick is he's a dog catcher, but he catches women. But, bruv, Brian Barking. Nah, honestly, you're not going to get away with that, bruv. You're not going to get away with that, bruv. That is crazy, bruv. Man said Brian Barking. Hey, man, I hear it still. Whatever floats your boat and that. Those two women had such a great match last night. Asuka needed to win. They need to book her like she was in NXT, a powerhouse baddie. Yeah, and I would agree if I thought that they would do that, but if she goes on and doesn't win the Queen of the Ring now, then what? Then what? Because it's going to be her versus Jade Cargill in the final. No comment. Man said discreet profits. I like it, man. Brian Barkin. That shit's got me, you know that. Brian Barkin is he's gonna make history on this channel now. Brian Barkin. You know what I'm talking about. You know the cheesy porn and that with the dog. He comes around with the cheesy dog catcher uniform from the 90s and that. And he knocks on the door and he's like, oh yeah, I heard there's your dog's on the loose and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, my dog's gonna, don't know what I'm gonna do. And then it's like, I'll find it. And then you see the dog in the road and then it's like, it's not a dog, it's a woman on her knees and that. I'm like, brother, what the fuck is going on here, bro? Oh yeah, Anna, come on, Breezango in that. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Fandango and Tyler Breeze separately was slept on. Their gimmicks were cold, bruv. Tyler Breeze, oh Tyler, bruv. And then you used to have It's Fandango. Oh shit. Bruv, you have to peep that his gimmick was he was a Dancing with the Stars dancer with Summer. And everyone thought he was a sassy, and then he got into the ring and he just punched man up. I respected it. Billy and Chuck. You don't know that Billy and Chuck's whole gimmick was they were a gay couple, innit? Remember when they got married? And they had that gay Rico, the wedding planner / hairdresser, and that. You look so good to me. Yeah, man. Billy and Chuck were ahead of their time, bruv, doing up the gay marriage thing. I hear it still. All type the gay marriages and that. All type all the man them married out there and the girl them. I ain't got a problem with lesbians. I think if I'm correct, Alexa went for the Twisted Bliss off the top rope. Knees up from Asuka. Sorry, I need to stop that, bro. Been watching anime lately. And then hits her with the Empress Impact because they gotta put names on stuff. What she's been doing the whole time. 3-minute warning. Fucking hell, man. Look at all the stuff. Most of the stuff that everyone remembers from back in the day is all like storyline, the commentaries, commentating stuff. Like it's not, and quotes. It's not the fucking wrestling. Man, don't remember no Billy and Chuck wrestling matches, bro. I don't care about that. Remember when they had the tag team titles? That was about it. Yeah, so did I. Think she's gonna kick out, but 2 weeks in a row now with the Bliss match and that. I don't know. It looks a bit shaky. Big up Bliss though. Thing is, I didn't want them to go against each other because I wanted Bliss in the final, but once I saw this match get put together, I expected Asuka to win, so she won. Backstage, we have B-Fab, and also me chin, my chin, your chin, our chin, talking about they need to make a statement. Well, let me just give you women some advice. You want to make a statement, how about you actually become a tag team first before you start looking at tag team titles? I'm fed up of women just being separate singles and you're friends because you do each other's makeup. Oh, let's be a tag team. No, make yourself a tag team. Make a character about your tag team, dress the same. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, we have to be honest. The women's tag team titles should be cancelled. With all due respect to the women, they should be cancelled. We've already got 2 main championships. Then we've got 2 mid-card championships. Then we got tag team titles. 5 there's not enough women on the roster because WWE keep future endeavoring everyone. So get rid of the tag titles and do what I said. Do exactly what I said a year ago, 2 years ago. Have one set of tag team titles that can be defended between the NXT women, the Raw women, and the SmackDown women. Reason being, I'll be honest, I think there's not much difference in talent level from some of the women on SmackDown and Raw to NXT. I said what I said. Don't get me wrong, you have the outliers, the ones who have been there a while, Charlotte, Naomi, Bliss, all of that, but like, they're outliers. The rest of them, like Candice LeRae, she could just go back to NXT and you wouldn't make a difference. And I saw she was in the tag team segment earlier and it's just weird. So I digress. Raining Birmingham's man. No, it's hot and raining. You know what? That's global warming for you, isn't it? That's how it works, bro. It's global warming. When it gets too hot and humid, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know about precipitation and then evaporation, and the water brings up to the clouds, and that clouds get full, get heavy. Psh, rain. Come on, bro. Science for savage, isn't it? Oh yeah, apologies for everyone who usually watches HUGO online. There's no videos on there anymore. I had a midlife crisis in the quarter of my life. But hey, listen. You know what? Who made up midlife crisis? Because midlife crisis would assume that you know when you're going to die. No, I'm saying. Because for me to have a midlife crisis now means that I'm going to die when I'm 70. And I'm not planning on dying yet. I already know when I'm dying. I mean, if I can help it. I'm out at 87. That's my time when I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm out. 87 perfect. That gives me 52 years left on the planet. I don't need any longer. I've not even been on there 52 years now, and I'm happy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm out at 87. I'm gone. You get me? Yeah, I'll be on my own terms. Gonna go because 87's perfect for me, bro. You get me? I'm gonna go Switzerland, jump in a little purple pod. Oh. And then it's over, bruv. No painless on that. We've coupled things around. I told my missus already, she okayed it. A couple things around, bruv. Couple models and that. Yeah, I'm out. Big up, James. Yeah, I'm saying, man. Man can't be telling me about no fucking midlife crisis. I'm not in the middle of my life, bitch. Yeah, James, I'm out here, bruv. Switzerland thing, beautiful place. Beautiful honeys. Good chocolate. Zerdan Shakiri. Granite Xhaka. Can't think of Swiss watches. Couldn't think of anything else. Rolex from Switzerland as well. I don't know. Wise of rich men made up midlife crisis who pause at 50. Yeah, that's what always happens, isn't it? They're like, the geezers. They're always like, the geezers having a midlife crisis because he's splashing his cash on fancy cars and all that and trying to be younger. How is it? How about he's just trying to live younger, bruv? Like, what's wrong with that? I'm an embracer myself because I think that personally. Not that age is nothing. Okay, because I'm not going to say that because it sounds a bit R. Kelly-ish. But my point is, age matters when there's an age limit to stuff. So once you become like, let's say the cutoff point is 21 on it, because I think after 21, age doesn't matter about anything. Like, there's nothing you can't do in the world, if I'm correct. Most things. After 21, nothing matters. So after 21 years of age is just whatever, innit? Because it's not even a real thing, bruv. It's not, if it's not, like, and I'm a science guy, I told you, bruv, like, it doesn't actually mean it. Because if you're in space or a different planet, your age different. So then the age ain't the same. Also, age can't be a real thing. You can start aging, but age itself isn't a real thing because it's based on 12-month Gregorian calendar, bro. It's great. It's how many times you go around the sun, innit? So I've been around the sun 35 times, bro. But all I'm saying is, it's not a real thing because if it was, the old calendar used to have 13 months in it, which means when it's your birthday, it's not your birthday. It wouldn't have been back in the day. So how can I be that age? Also, leap year is a real thing. So when your birthday's on that day, man are just like, oh yeah, have this birthday instead. Lies. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to. I know we're on a wrestling channel at the moment, but it's my channel, so I'll do what I want with it. And we're going to go over to, when we go to online, I'm going to start having more of these conversations because I'll start thinking about it. There's a lot of stuff that we just do because of the sake of it, innit? And I don't understand. I don't understand why people do stuff for the sake of it. Now, I told you I might be on the spectrum and that, bro, because I'll sit there rattling my brain about stuff all the time. But don't use like ever just quick time in the chat, unless you got somewhere to go. Don't you ever think that some things get said and then you grow up hearing it, so you just use it. And then you just go along with it. And I'm on the opposite side of that because I was the kid that was not rude to people, but it sounded like I was being rude because I questioned everything, kind of. Now it's cool to question stuff, when back then it was like, how have respect for your elders and shut your mouth and all that stuff. But I just wanted to know a few things. So my point is, people just say shit. Man like Changus and that. Come on, that's my seed, bruv. That's my gene, bruv. When I'm 87 and I'm out of here, bruv, he's gonna take over the reins, blood. Trust me. That's my youth, blood. But yeah, I just yeah. Big up Chang, by the way. It's in Toronto. My son's got a performance at the Rep Theatre, the old Rep Theatre, Birmingham, next week. It's his first big performance of Hamlet, and he's the heel, bruv. He's the villain. Cold. That's my seed. That's my boy. Sorry, yeah, I mean, gotta get gassed. My youth, bruv. What you want me to do, bruv? I'm proud of the kid. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Listen, if you like with me day to day life, yeah, I know Smackdown was shit. If you like with me day to day life and that, you'd understand. My son gets it all the time. I just randomly think of stuff because you know what, all of the sayings and quotes that people use, I'm always like, that doesn't make sense, but everyone just goes along with it. Or some stuff makes sense, and I'll be like, and you like, no, I'm not like a prude. I'm not one of these like, oh, I'm scared to say stuff I don't like. No, but my point is, sometimes people say stuff and I'm like, I don't know about the origins of that word there. It sounds a bit racist, bruv. Or I don't know about the origins of that there. That sounds a bit sexist, bro. I don't know what's. So now I just don't say random shit. I have to question it and figure out what's going on. Trying to have a great time. Yeah, man. That's the boy. We'll get to the next part of Smackdown, of course, because yeah, Smackdown. Yeah, brother, where's my notes gone, man? Fucking hell. I reckon there's gonna be a thunderstorm. You know that. I missed the bar. Sheamus and Cesaro. Hey, man. We don't raise the bar. We are the bar. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think Sheamus is just happy to be out here these times, bro. I don't even think he cares anymore. We're getting there just working with what WWE get. Yeah. Oh, B team, go. Yeah, man. B team and that, bruv. Might as well, bruv, because Bo Dallas ain't. That's the real question. Which Bo Dallas is better, bro? Which Bo Dallas is better? Bo Dallas in the B team, Bo Dallas in the Mistourage, or Bo Dallas in the White Six? And I know. Nobody wants to admit it, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit kabuki-ish still. Right then, where were we? Bro, this shit is pissing me off, man. Why does it keep showing up these? Oh yeah, that's what I was getting. Right then. Move on from there. After Oscar wins by pinfall, yeah, me chin, my chin, your chin, all of that backstage. We get Byron Saxton with an interview with Jay Cargill. How does it feel with an up and coming match with Roxanne Perez? The possibility of facing Asuka in the tournament. Nobody cares what she had to say. We have Alexa Bliss run into Chelsea Green and the secret cervix backstage. Chelsea pokes fun at Alexa Bliss for losing her match. Alexa asks Chelsea how her broken nose was going. Blah, blah, blah. Alexa tells Charlotte she doesn't need her help. Charlotte says that it's cute because she wasn't there to help her in the first place. Okay. Then we move on to what we just said. We had Alistair Used to Be Black versus Wade Wilson, which didn't happen because after the entrance of Alistair Black, R-Truth decided to get Ron decided to get in the ring and beat the crap out of Wade Wilson because life. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Beat the crap out of him. You know, like that. So, air boom and that. Come on. Yeah, man. Morris had no contribution other than his Celtic Warrior workouts, but big him up still. He's honestly, I'm not mad at. I don't think he's. I think with those kind of wrestlers like Sheamus, he's not choosing not to do anything. They're not giving him anything, so he's just making the best of what he's got. And let's be honest, the Celtic Warrior workouts at this point is bigger than WWE. Like, if he got released from the WWE, he can just keep doing the Celtic Warrior workouts because they're all his friends anyway. Because it's not to, like, yeah, sometimes they use the WWE gym and that, but and Morris, how many times have I said on this exact stream? I know more about all of the wrestlers that are on the roster from Celtic Warrior workouts more than I do. I was already a fan of Stephanie Vaquero. Now I like her even more. Hearing her speak, first of all, the voices, you know what I'm saying? But hearing her speak yesterday, watching that, I'm like, nah, this is cold, man. Like, you find out way more about her, so I love it. I love it, man. And I don't know how the creative in WWE is not watching Celtic Warrior workouts and going, you know what? We found out this about her from this because we didn't know. We should use this and incorporate into a character. Yeah, Murray, same with Lyra, bro. Same with Lyra, bro. So when he had, I remember when he had Xia Li on that before, or when he had Dakota and Io on, all of a sudden, people, after that Io thing, and then I saw people, everyone was like, oh yeah, Io in a real life. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's cold. Here we go. Here comes the thunder. Yeah, told you, man. Global warming. Yeah, to be fair, James, the same thing that we used to have with Up, Down, Down as well, isn't it? I know it just hit the 10-year. It was a 10-year anniversary last week, I think. But Up, Down, Down was the same. The only difference with Up, Down, Down, which I did like the show. I did like it, and it had some memorable moments. The only thing I didn't like was there was parts towards like year 8 and stuff like that where they would they were incorporating too much. Whereas like these people might be feuding or just finished feuding, but now they're playing the computer game against each other. I didn't like that. But apart from that, I loved it. Whose was it the other day? Obafemi's Celtic Warrior workout. Loved that as well. Dope. Strong as shit that kid is, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Strong as shit. Anyway. Yeah, we had Ron Killings visually attack Wade Wilson. Yeah, beat the shit out of him, put him in the STF, calls for the microphone, then tells John Cena to get out of here right now. I'm driving on my terms. I like that, man. I tell you what I liked about this segment. It was Jamie Noble trying to calm him down. I know it's a little detail, but it made the whole like not. I don't even know if they're going with this, but this is what I said that they should do anyway. So I think they might. It made the whole like split personality thing more realistic. It was almost like Jamie Noble's been there so long, and you have to remember Noble's been there since the Attitude Era, bro. So remember Noble and Nydia. So like he's been there so long that it would make sense that of all the people to calm him down was him because oh yeah, you've known me this long and that, and I know K Quick and I know R-Truth and I know Ron Killen, so and I like that. I like it. It wasn't something major. They got him out of there, took him back, walked past Aleister Black, and then we went to the went to backstage. Match finished in a no contest. I'm not quite sure why the match finished in a no contest. Surely it just didn't happen. What do you mean no contest? The bell didn't ring anyway. Like Aleister Black didn't even get to the ring, so it's not a no contest. It just didn't happen. We got a video recap of Goldberg, and then we gone on to Ron Killings telling Jamie Noble backstage that he wants to fight John Cena right now. He said he's going to kill John Cena when he sees him. Aleister Black comes in and confronts Ron getting involved in his match. Ron says it wasn't personal and it has nothing to do with him. Damien Priest steps in as the peacemaker. I don't understand why he stepped in. Wepa. All right, for campeon. And then he says, you know, Priest. He said Ron's been going for a lot lately. Let me talk to him. Whatever that meant, bro. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of it. Move on from there. We get the next segment. This segment was the most. This might have been the most frustrating. Ron's still a bit of to do truth. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that, man. They need to be careful though. They need to be careful because I don't think. Yes, we've seen more of him lately, but they still haven't booked it properly yet. So like, this could easily fall away. One pay-per-view where they leave him out, or one bad Smackdown where he's not on there, could very easily have him looking like, yeah, you're not R-Truth anymore, but you just run who's angry. And that's it, no character. So I can't believe they had Alistair change into his gear just to do an entrance and then backstage segment, and that's that. No. I'll be fair to them. If it's a proper story, then they have to do that because he's not going to step out in his entrance in the tracksuit, is he? I get what you mean though, but yeah, it wasn't needed. But also, yeah, I hear it though. I do understand. I think R-Truth is better as a heel than a babyface. Remember, he took the guy's drink. It was for the story. Yeah, James, that's what I was on this for the story. Which I'm happy he's still got a forehead. Yeah. I actually think him going back to the baggy jeans and that might be a bit silly if it's because then it becomes a parody of himself. You know what I mean? It's like John Cena going back to like if John Cena turned into Thugonomics John Cena now, but dressed exactly the same, he'd look stupid. So you'd have to be modern times. You'd have to wear a tech fleece or something like that, and then that would look stupid. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The R-Truth thing, yeah, when he comes out at the top of the ramp, he's not got the microphone and he's like, "What's up?" and all that, but he still has the "What's up," and he still is like, slapping the crowd's hand. But I do get it because he's technically not a heel, and he loves the crowd still because they're the ones who got him back. So I'm not mad at it. What it is. Okay, the most frustrating segment of the night, 100% to me, because this was pointless. To have Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton segment. A lot of entrances, a lot of interruptions. Cody comes out to speak, gets interrupted by Jey, who comes out yeeting, gets interrupted by Sami, who comes out Samian, who gets by Orton, who comes out Orton. And all to do, by the way, all to do and say and speak is these are all in the semi-final, and they said exactly what they said the week before. This segment had already been done. Didn't we already hear Randy Orton say this? He'll do whatever he has to. He'll go through anyone and do. I heard Sami say this. I heard Jey say this. I heard Cody. I've heard them all say this already, bro. Like, if you wanted to waste time, give someone in catering a match, bro. We didn't need this segment. Basically, what they've been doing is they've promoted to sell tickets in this area that they're going to have Jey, Sami, and whoever else on the show and all that stuff. So to follow through without false advertising, they've just brought them out, but there was no reason to. Sami and Randy were already going to have a match. There's otherwise than that, Jey and Cody, we didn't need you there, bro. We didn't need that. We didn't need the yeeting. We didn't why are you yeeting about? There's nothing to be happy about, bro. You don't even have your title anymore, bro. Yeet when you get your title back. Yeet at pay-per-views, bro. Yeet when you get in the ring, but don't yeet. Don't. Hey. And Cody, we don't need the. We don't need it every time, bruv, and the punching and the pyro and all that. We don't need it, bruv. We don't need you in your fucking three-piece suits. We don't need it, bro. Morris, Cody never says a damn thing. He always just says, "Oh, Green Bay, what do you want to talk about? Corpus Christi, what do you want to talk about?" Then he says nothing, bruv. The reason why you ask the fans what they want to talk about is because he doesn't know what to talk about. Yeah. That was kind of crazy that he said that still. Cody trying to be his dad and he can't. Yeah, bro. Because I keep telling you guys, Cody Rhodes' character is much more of a heel than a babyface, bro. The only he emits great babyface energy to the crowd and the little kids because he's dressed like fucking Homelander and he's always like signing their belts and stuff like that. But away from that, he's actually obnoxious, bro. Like I keep telling man, he's in a three-piece suit. His vocab's higher than everyone else's. He thinks he's better than everyone. He has a tour bus. There's the fire chick. He brings his dog and his baby to work, bro. There's nothing to like about him, bro. He's got special treatment over everybody else. There's nothing to like about him. fucking American Nightmare, bro. His dad was the Dream, bro. He's a nightmare. Oh yeah. His nickname itself, exactly. Yeah, exactly my point. He's got to turn heel. Being a babyface and saying I'm a nightmare to kids is kind of like, if somebody said that to my kid, I'd be like, "You're a pedophile, bro. What do you mean? You're a nightmare to kids, bro? Shut the fuck up, bro." Like, anyway, this segment was a whole waste of time. Like, seriously, the reason why I'm not, it was a whole waste of time. Not to mention, following this fucking big segment was the match anyway between Randy and Sami Zayn. The match was a good match. I'll give it that. It was a good match. But of course, it's going to be a good match. Sami and Randy, bro, like, they're going to have good matches. They're both great wrestlers. Ended in Sami trying to go for a haluva kick and getting RKO'd. And before it was out of nowhere. It wasn't out of nowhere. I expected it. So, moving on from there, we kind of spoke about this already, so I don't really need to go into it too much. But we had and Nia Jax again. Initially, we had Nia Jax. You know what's crazy? Tiffany Stratton approached me under my wing and blah 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 blah. We don't want to see his fight again. It's Tiffany time. Comes out and then blah 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 blah, and then they scrap, and then he ends up the other way. And then the same thing happens every week, and what happened last week, and what happened the whole time that Nia and Tiffy were together. The whole time they were together, the same thing happened. But they've just reversed it now. Nia took Tiffy out. Tiffany's on the canvas. She's the champion. Naomi's music hits. She runs out with the ref. She was hype. And then Nia foiled the plan. Now, people have to understand this here. Is Nia mad now at this point? Is she more mad at the fact that she doesn't have the title anymore? Or is she more mad about the fact that she got done over by Tiffany? Because if it's the championship you want back, then what the fuck does it matter if Naomi wins? In fact, you're more likely now at this point. You've already had 6 matches against Tiffany. You're more likely at this point to have fresh matches against Naomi and have a chance than fighting Tiffany 5 more times. So who cares who wins it? I don't like this is WWE logic. Let me just explain something on it. When people are in the Royal Rumble and you're not friends and you're not associated with somebody, if they're throwing someone out the ring, let them throw them out the ring. Why would you stop somebody throwing someone else out the ring when it's all it's going to do is lessen the people in the ring? Makes no sense. That's one stupid thing. Why would you stop somebody cashing in when you're going to get a title shot anyway? Terrible. And again, I made this video ages ago. I told you that Tiffany could be the future, but she's not ready yet. Every week, to come and say nothing. All she had to say this today, which probably took her all week to think of, is that Nia's got a 5 head. That's what she had to think of. Naomi's got a big head. I mean, Nia's got a big head. That's what she had to think about. She does sound more intimidating, that's true. The problem that Tiffany, I won't say Naomi because she's got it now. The problem they both have on the mic is they are trying to be what they think a wrestler. They're trying to sound like what they think a wrestler should sound like. So, you know how we as kids, can't speak for everyone, for most people in the chat, when they were kids, they probably wrestled in it. You either wrestled with your toys, you wrestled on the game, or you wrestled your friends and tried to make real matches. And in those matches, you wasn't trying to make up your own character. You were trying to be like The Rock or Austin or someone like that, Jeff Hardy. So then when you'd got a promo on your friend, you would speak like them, innit? But you don't need to speak like them because you're not trying to be anyone, Nia and Tiffany. You're just supposed to be yourself. Every day. You got it. No. And I will be here next week on Smackdown. Because what time is it? The fuck? Nobody cares. Bring back the Godfather. I hope he's getting well. I'm trying to hear bow, bow, bow. Hoes. I ain't gonna lie. In 2025, Godfather can't bring the hose out, man. He'll bring them out in tracksuit bottoms and fleeces, bro, all covered up and that. Because everyone will be all offended by nice legs. I hear it still. Yeah, bro. Can't even. What do you think? Hey, everyone, real talk. In 2025, what do you think the train will be called in it? It'll be called like the Godfather's Railway. There'll never be a whole train ever again. You know, like that. Fucking fem train. Everybody wants a whole train. You get whole. You get whole. You get whole. He was. Do you remember before what he was doing in matches? Like before a match would start, sometimes because he'd never be in a bad mood, the Godfather. So sometimes he'd come out and he'd be like, "Yo, do you want one of these hoes?" Remember he tried to give Undertaker the hose, bro. He said, "I don't know about you, Taker, but one thing I do know is you like hoes." Oh man, I love it. They did that on AEW. MJF tried to recruit himself into the Hurt business. Excuse me? No. You're not getting what you're talking. I know what episode you're talking about because I watch AEW. So you're on about when Shelton gave him the hose. Brother, we're talking about WWE. We're not talking about AEW. We're not talking about AEW, bro. AEW is Tony Khan, bro. Tony Khan lets them do whatever they want. They had Mercedes and Tony Storm snogging each other's face off the other day. Mina's always rubbing her titties and stuff like that. Her and Mariah May for a while were just grabbing breasts and chins up, tits out. They can do what they want on AEW. I'm talking about WWE, bro. There's no hose, bro. The last time we had women in the WWE was in lockdown when the Hurt Business had women with them. Shelton had all them women backstage and that. But like they were dressed nice and stuff like that. And then obviously they weren't called hoes. But that was it. That made sense though, but also Vince was in charge on it. And Vince ain't got a problem with hoes, bro. Clearly not. Clearly not. But if I speak, I'm in trouble. So let's not go there. Vinnie Mac. You know what, man? I ain't gonna lie. I would love. I know everyone's gonna hate. Blah blah because sensitivity. Blah blah blah. I'm offended. Blah blah blah. I don't give a damn what any of you think. Anyone who comes into my channel, I like Vince McMahon. All right. What do you want me to do, bro? No Vince. No wrestling. It is what it is. And all I'm saying is, wouldn't it be great if Triple H came down at SummerSlam? Are you ready? This is the Paul Levesque era. And then all you hear is, no chance. That's what you got. Pretty fun. This one puppets. You know, like that. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, welcome to SummerSlam. It's me, god damn it. It was me all along, god damn it. And I'm the Ultra Heights. Paul, think you're in the company, but not on my watch. Not on my dead body. My seed will run this son. And I'm not talking about Stephanie. Here comes the money. Here we go. Money. Here comes the money. Shane comes out. Shane's running the company now. Come on, mate. Savage been doing the bookings, bro. Man, bro, I don't give a shit. You lot have to stop with the false. You gotta stop with the fake outrage, bro. None of you lot care about what Vince. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now, innit? Just so people know. Just so people know. The only problem I have with Vince, and it's a alleged problem. And when I say alleged, I say alleged. The only issue I'd ever have with Vince is if he did the grape thing. If he indulged in if the fruit of his choice was grape, I got a problem with Vince and he can die and bury him under prison. Apart from that, if he just like hoes and he was paying for hoes, he's a trick. That's what tricks do, bruv. He's a billionaire, bruv. Like, yo, the homegirl weren't moaning when she had free Wi-Fi in an apartment, bruv. But as soon as the money ran out, he touched me. It's been time. Brother, listen, leave me out of that shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn. It's nothing to do with me, bruv. And before you like with your fake outrage care about, oh my God, I can't believe it, 2025, people need to be better people. Okay, all of you love Ric Flair. I heard him say racist shit himself. I heard Teddy Long say he said something racist to him as well. People love Hulk Hogan. Bow, 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 Down when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. He's a piece of shit. Man love Hogan. People they love Stone Cold Steve Austin. They love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I said they love Stone Cold Steve Austin. They love him. They love him. Steve Austin, when I was a kid, yeah, I remember it, bruv. And back then there was no social media, but there was newspapers, bruv. And I remember, bruv, News of the World. I said, what? Why is Stone Cold on our News of the World? Is there another insurrection? No, he got arrested for domestic violence, for beating the brakes off Deborah. But everyone's got morals. Now, The Rock doesn't have no slander on his name, and neither does Roman. But I digress. Jimmy Superfly Snooker, bruv. Allegedly. Alleged. But I'm just saying, something happened with Snooker's wife. Somehow, she died, and it looked a bit mooky. But people love Snooker and all that business. You get me? You don't want me to keep going? There's piece of shits everywhere. Man ain't saying that I'm in love with these people by their real name, you know, like that. I'm not in love with Richard Flyer, you know, like that. I'm not. That's not my guy. I don't like Terry, whatever his fucking name is, Hulk Hogan. I'm on about wrestling, bro. I'm on about wrestling. You think I'll stop watching House of Cards because they said that Kevin Spacey was a bit fruity with some men? I don't give a shit. Kevin Spacey's a cold actor, bruv. So I'm watching what I'm watching. Yeah, bruv, Deontay, I tried to be the better man and stop listening to R. Kelly, but after a bit, bruv, Happy People came on and I was gone, bruv. Happy People, yeah. You think that I'm going to watch Space Jam? Listen, you lying motherfuckers. You lot are going to pretend that you watch Space Jam and not sing I Believe I Can Fly. I don't believe you, bruv. It's impossible to hear that song and not sing it. It's actually scientifically impossible to not sing that song when it's on. So don't lie to me, bro. Anyway, I digress. It is what it is. Bring back Vinnie Mac. Yeah, bring back Vinnie. And then he's 80 now. So obviously, Shane needs to run that company because Vince is going to die in the company. I don't know, bro. But give it to Shane, bro. Give it to Shane. I ain't going to lie. The last time Shane had anything, he was Raw Underground, didn't it? Hey, Raw Underground was kind of cold still. Dabba-Kato and that, bro. Remember that? Shane and Dabba-Kato. And then he brought in the Hurt Business. Come on, bro. Yo, the day H cut that promo on Rick to Randy, I believe. Or could have been Batista that threw me off. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, man. Triple H and Katie Vick and that as well. Let's not pretend, bro. Anyway. Come on, bro. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings, fly away. Yeah, blood. I said what I said. Anyway, failed cashing from Naomi because, I mean, technically, yeah, failed cashing from Naomi because Nia, life. Then we have a John Cena and CM Punk video package because life. Narrated by Corey Graves because life. Then we have a fourth match of the night. Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green and the Secret Cervix, and the match meant nothing. It meant nothing. Okay, I need to say this, innit? Charlotte won, safe. Of course she's going to win. Why do people keep tapping out the figure eight before she's locked it in? It's actually annoying, bro. Like, stop tapping. Like, let her lock the move in. Like, why are you tapping that early, bro? Anyway, she does that. She gets in the figure eight. Chelsea taps. Before she breaks the figure eight, Doudrop drops the Oppenheimer bomb on her stomach, bro. Listen, I'm just saying this, innit? The whole point of wrestling is, yeah, sports entertainment. Do stuff in the ring, these stunts in the ring, these moves in the ring, and give it to your fans to make it look as real as possible without trying to endanger your friends and colleagues in the ring. And all I'm saying is, the way Doudrop fell on Charlotte, yeah, ATL's his group. Well, not his group, but he wrote for them, innit? Calling all girls all around the world. Wanna get to know you. Anyway, ATL. Yeah. That Doudrop Oppenheimer bomb looked painful, boy. So Charlotte got rushed. I didn't like the fact that Doudrop done such a powerful move, which looked painful, but she probably didn't safe, but it looked horrible to me. and then they proceeded to rush Charlotte, which is fine. How do you do that move, but then the kicks that proceed that move are the weakest, limpest, childish kicks you've ever seen from her and Alba No Fire? How? Terrible. Terrible. Chelsea starts to get involved, and then Alexa Bliss comes down to the ring. Obviously, you already heard they had a backstage segment earlier on. Come down, Twisted Bliss DDT, helps clear the ring. Her and Charlotte standing tall. This is going back through the backstage segment we had about a month ago now. Actually, it's probably earlier than that, with her and Charlotte backstage, and that Alexa said that she wanted to talk to her. Now it seems like, listen, they're going to end up as a tag team in it, clearly. But whatever. Get rid of the tag team division. Yeah, Alexa kind of does the thing like, yo, I helped you in it. Like, speak to me. And she doesn't, she just walks past her. So we're going to drag this out because that's how Triple H's booking is. He could have just, he could, whatever they've got between them, Alexa and Charlotte, could have squashed it tonight or could have progressed it tonight. But instead, they had Charlotte just walk past her. So now we have to wait for the following week. And guess what? Nobody cares. Well, Morris, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Naturally, Charlotte, she sells stuff anyway, so she would sell like she hurt her leg because she's got the brace on it. But it's very hard to tell what's the difference between... I mean, I guess they've both done their job properly, innit? If they've done something that looks that painful and Charlotte sold it like it was that painful, but they're fine, then they've done their job. And I digress and I apologize. They're just saying that it didn't look nice. Big ol' ends. Man like ends. Skibbity ends. Boy. Come on, man. You already know the vibes, but big everyone in the chat. If you're new, subscribe to Enderman TV if you like football blood. You can tell from the soul and the real reaction, at least I can. The fuck do you think you are, bruv? What do you mean you can tell from the soul and the real reaction? I seen Alexa Bliss act like she broke her arm before and then popped it back into place. Hey, you'll find out. If Charlotte pops up next week normal, then they did their job. Anywho, moving on from there, because life. We go to the Bloodline locker room, and Corn on the Cob is ready to take out Jacob Fatu. Solo tells JC he's going to go out there by himself. When he was the tribal chief, he was the only one Jakob would listen to. Okay. Solo says that Jakob needs him, blah, 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 blah. Then we get the segment between the Samoan werewolf and Solo Sikoa. Because I don't know why we have to say American. Why can't they make it sound cool? It's Jakob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Trust me, man got Polynesian roots. I know how it's said. Anyway, we got the promo between each other, blah, 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 blah. You didn't make me, blah, 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 blah. I made you, blah, 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 blah. Is the problem the title? Blah, 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 blah. If you want the title, take it. Blah, 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 blah. Let's fight for the title. Blah, 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 blah. Try spike him, grab his hand, fight him back, super kick. Corner the Cob comes out. The attack starts. They rush him. Then Big Jim comes out for no reason because they can't book anything for Jim. So it's like, just attach him to his Samoan people. That's all he can do. Because it doesn't even make sense why he saved him. But he saved him, and I guess the next match we're going to have before Night of Champions. Actually, no, they've got a match at Night of Champions now, which is Jacob versus Solo for the United States title. Probably Jacob's going to win the match. Then we'll have a tag team match between Jimmy and Jacob versus Solo and Corn on the Cob. And then what will happen is, in that match, somebody will debut. It will be Hikuleo or a Journey or a John Fatu, Jimmy Fatu, Jeremy Fatu, Craig Fatu, Michael Fatu, Stephen Fatu, Big Bobby Brown Fatu, bruv. You get me? Biddy Bat J Fatu and that, bruv. John Joe Shelby Fatu. I don't give a damn, bruv. Yeah? I don't give a damn. I've had enough. Yeah, I didn't need any more. Just bring back my guy, bruv. Shh. Yeah. That's it. Just bring him back. That's all I care about. Man, trying to see Billy Bob Fatu out there, bruv. I'm trying to see Texan Fatu, Arkansas Fatu, Atlanta Fatu, Georgia Fatu, same place. I digress, bruv. UK Fatu. Man, I'm trying to see that shit, bro. You must be damn crazy, bruv. Man has got the Polynesian roots, bruv. Man's name is Solo Squaw. If it's French, it's Solo Squaw. Squaw. In Polynesian, Solo Squaw. Come on, man. Come on. You don't know man 7% Samoan, bruv. Am I a prick, bruv? Yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man, it's saying bitty back fatu, bruv. You get me? Love that family, bro. Man, them know I love that family, bro. But we don't need no more for now, bro. Unless they're gonna get booked properly, bro, because it ruins it. Because there's only Raw and SmackDown, and none of them want to go to NXT, bro. So like we can't. They need to be spread out because they're clearly all family. So unless you're in the bloodline was easier because you could use them all at the same time. Now there's no bloodline, and now you separated Jacob. That means the only person is Roman. If Roman can come back with somebody, that's about it. Or Solo has them. Otherwise, from that, they're just there, bro. Doesn't make any damn sense, man. Anywho. Fifth match of the night. LA Knight, Bronson Reed. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, he said it wasn't a prediction, it was a spoiler at the beginning of the night. So obviously in this match, because the singles match and it meant nothing, you knew what was going to happen because they can never give us anything that's worth anything. Never. And then Knight just hit him with the BFT. Reed hits him with the headbutt. Hits the Death Valley driver on him for a 2 count. Reed goes up for the powerbomb. Knight counters it with a DDT. Knight blasts Breaker off the apron. Then Knight sends Reed tumbling through the floor. Breaker hits him with the spear, which forces the disqualification. After the match, Breaker connects with the super spear, drags him, frees Tsunami! Because we've not seen that before. And yeah, that was the match. LA Knight wins by disqualification. The match means nothing. And again, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker don't win matches. They're just getting disqualified. So I guess we're supposed to be happy about that. We have a backstage, was the video package, it wasn't even backstage. Julia and Zelina Vega, they're going to be fighting next week on SmackDown in Saudi Arabia. And then the Street Profits will be fighting next week as well. Because stupid backstage segment again. I told you about that backstage segment, didn't I, with the tag teams? I told you guys last week we're going to get that backstage segment every week now with the tag teams. The Motor City Machine Gays lost last week, and now we have them with all the other tag teams arguing again. Don't everyone ever think that, like, what was happening before the cameras went on then? If they're just sitting there arguing about the same shit. Then they got there, and they're all doing this weird, like, talking over thing, because I think Santos Escobar comes in with Berto and Garza. They've got their Mexican tag team championships now. And then there's some talk between them. Then the Street Profits walk in, and next week we're going to fight the Wyatts. Made me sick. And then they're just talking, and I'm just watching the whole time. I'm just watching Candice LeRae to see if she offers anything in this segment. And she's just making fucking noise, bro. Doesn't make any sense. Why didn't Aleister Black come to help LA Knight? Steph's team. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because he was in there and he had, as Morris said, he was already ready. This Bloodline story was Paul Heyman's idea. I blame him. I blame him too, bro. Terrible. Big up Hakeem, bro. Yeah, he probably did it because his woman was she was on the video package, so she didn't need to be there. But anyway, stupid. So once again, I just want to get something right here. Just want to make sure that I'm correct in my own head, so I know where I'm going. So we have a pay-per-view called Night of Champions. Now, historically, Night of Champions, decent pay-per-view, not great, but good. Used to be where all the champions would fight and put their titles on the line, and then there wasn't really any singles matches around. It was like, but you're telling me that the United States title for the women and the men's tag team title on SmackDown both have to be defended, brother? Both of them are being defended on SmackDown before the pay-per-view. Oh, bro, this. They can't keep doing this to the Street Profits. Surely not, man. Surely not, man. What's the point, man? Surely Saudi Arabia they would want all the best matches or the titles to be defended. Of course, I know what they're like. Fucking so dumb, bro. Man like Vincent, that, bruv. Yes, man. Well, bro, how's it going, bruv? How's the court case and that going, blood? You get me? You should have paid her off early, bruv. You would have been in this problem, bruv. You get me? But tell Shane I said hello and tell Linda a meatloaf ain't good, bruv. Innit? Trust me. Neck brace Linda and that, bruv. Anyway, move on from there to the final match of the night. John Cena versus Ron motherfucking Killings. And the match is decent. It's decent. It's not great. I do question how much of a great match John Cena can put on at the moment anyway. And I keep thinking that because he knows he can't, he's saving himself, for whatever his final match is to put on like a classic. Because it's kind of boring in the ring. His moves are slow. Everything is over exaggerated. Obviously, Ron just does John Cena's moves in it and his own. So whatever in the ring. The match was all right. And then we went to John Cena had enough, grabbed his title, and then walked off with it. As he was walking off with his title, Killings chases him out the ring. John Cena clocks him with the title between the eyes. Obviously, it's a disqualification. Knocks him out. And then while he's standing there, Punk's music goes off. Because obviously, you have to let your music go off to come and get somebody. And again, for the fourth time in 6 weeks, maybe 7, we have CM Punk in the building the whole night. And you use him right at the end. Now, all the other times I've moaned that you've used him for 90 seconds, and technically this time, you still kind of used him for about 2 minutes because the other 12 was lying between a Slim Jim table. Hold on a minute. Did Vince say that the court case was fun? Morris, I don't think he's in contact with Paul, bro. You get me? I don't think he talks to Paul. I don't think he's talking to Paul or Stephanie, to be honest. I'll be honest with that. Anyway, disqualification. Pong runs out. Clocks Pong with the belt as well. And then gets the table out. Now, we've already gone through this at the beginning of the show, so we don't really need to go through it much again, but we can if you want. Explanation for this, innit? When I said at the beginning of the show that no one's talking about the Slim Jim table and that it's a promotion, you'd be like, oh, Savage, that's a fun little theory and that, but you're not correct. He just wants to wait for a table. Okay, if I'm wrong, then why did he put him for a table? When have you last time you seen John Cena go get a table for somebody? Like, why would he need to put him through the table? It's not like the fans was like, table. Brother, why didn't he put him through the announce table? Why didn't he put him through the barricade? Why didn't he aim outside of the ring? In fact, anything you would have done outside of the ring would have made this segment way better because if you AA'd him through an announce table, he could sell that way easier that he's knocked out and lie there. Getting AA'd through the regular table when everybody in every match gets up from it made you look like a pussy. Morris, it's madness the way they were talking about him because even though Nick Khan wasn't rude about him at all, he said like nice things about him as a businessman. And even though the stuff that Stephanie was saying about him, Vince has said himself, why would you bring up the fact that he's been abused as a kid? Like, why? In fact, I don't know. Nick Khan brought it up as well. Why would they both bring up the fact that he was abused by his mom as a kid and his stepdad left him in a ditch and that? Like, what are you trying to do to him, man? Like, he's an old man. And you notice that they brought that podcast out the same week that Vince announced his new company. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, bro, but are you telling me that's coincidence? They literally, all the dirt sheets, all the news outlets and that, oh yeah, Vince has got a new company. He's got his new company now. And then Vince is teaming up with a new MMA company as well. And then the same week that podcast comes out and they're talking about that. Nasty work. Nasty work. You think it's to garner sympathy? The reason why I don't think it's to garner sympathy is because to garner sympathy would mean to help Vince. I don't think they're trying to help him. I don't think they're trying to help him. I swear, because everything they've done up until since Vince has left has been try to bury him at WrestleMania, put over Paul's the Paul Levesque era. Remember, we got to WrestleMania 40, which is a big milestone in WrestleMania. It's the big 4-0, and all we spoke about is Triple H and Are You Ready with the cube in the middle of the ring, and never put over Vince at all. And then he does his little crying thing at Hall of Fame. Sometimes the game, before I would remiss to get out of here, we got to talk about, and I know it's a touchy subject. I know the game, we got to talk about Vince. I know I've been talking for an hour and 12 minutes, but we got to talk about Vince. Sometimes family, it's complicated. It's complicated. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. Got your daughters out here looking like that's granddad you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, daughters are out here looking for support, thinking like, yo, why are you throwing granddad under the bus on that, bro? That's billionaire granddad as well, bro. I hope, bro. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, Anna. We get what you're saying. I just think that yeah. I'm just gonna say this, innit? I don't completely disagree, but what I do disagree is it's not for the benefit of Vince. I think there's a bit of a worry in it. There's a bit of a worry that like one, TKO is Ari Emanuel, and that's Vince's friend, is The Rock friend as well. So they could still sell the company back to Vince. There's a worry there. So it's best to like start saying while Vince was going through all this shit, they were burying him. Now that remember, it's not a federal case anymore. That he got found not guilty in that, by the way, but nobody wanted to report that. But the federal case isn't there anymore. So now he can't go to prison at all. It's just money. And to be fair, Vince, if he had paid the woman the $1 million in the first place, this would never happen. So I'm thinking that he actually thinks he's right, that she's lying. No, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm saying he thinks that he's right. Otherwise, he would have just paid it because he paid all the other. He didn't have a problem with all the other ones. So, but I feel like they're thinking Vince is sat at home, just festering, bro, just gymming, listening to you like talk shit about him, and now he's got all this money still. He's still got shares in the company as well. I think they're a bit worried. I think they're a bit worried, bro, because if he comes out with a company with him and Shane or something like that. You know what I mean? I see WWE's got creative. They're trying to get. I think they've got Undertaker on creative now. They've just started to get him on there. Yeah, they're very smart. Notice that they decide to offer Undertaker a creative job in the WWE the moment Vince gets back on his feet, because Vince and Undertaker, that's family to each other, bro. But now, yeah, I mean, keep Undertaker involved. It's crazy still, but anyway, it's not important to talk about right now. But yeah, we get the final John Cena promo. Can't say anything about CM Punk because CM Punk had nothing to do with this promo. He was just in the middle of the ring. John Cena said a few things, Punk, you later uncomfortable. Somebody's afraid of what I'm going to say. Nobody's afraid of what John Cena's going to say. This is the thing about John Cena's promo. We know what you're trying to do, and you try to recreate the pipe bomb and all that stuff, but nobody was afraid of what you was going to say. He even did that thing where he's like, is the microphone on? Brother, if they wanted to turn your microphone off, they would have. So clearly, whatever you're going to say, they wasn't worried about. So it didn't really work like that. He said he wanted to get a few things off his chest. He said, I don't hate you, I don't dislike you, I like you. I like you more than anyone you have shared a locker room with before. And then obviously all the kids in the I said you shared the locker room. Shut up. He said, I hate the idea that you're the best in the world and I'm the greatest of all time. That would work, except John Cena went on a whole year run before he came back, saying to everyone that Roman Reigns was the greatest of all time. So, anyway, he said, "You're better at one thing than me. You're the best bullshitter in the world." Ooh, he said the word bullshit. Then he said, "Oh no, kiddos, John Cena just dropped a curse word." Brother, this cheesy overacting shit is terrible, bro. Because no kid in the crowd even was gasping when you said the word bullshit, bro. It's not like when Cody said, "Go fuck yourself," and everyone was like, "Oh my god, you said go fuck yourself." Bro, he just said bullshit. All right. Then he says, he calls over Stu, the cameraman. "Stu, shoot this. Hey, I'm breaking the fourth wall." Shut up. And he says, "I'm jealous of you." He said, "I'm jealous that you have conned the people into believing that you're the best in the world." So John Cena keeps changing what his problem is, bro. You know what I mean? He's always called himself the best in the world, so you didn't have a problem with it back then, but you do now. He said they'll chant you in. He said they'll chant you, they'll sing your song when you come out, but they don't believe a goddamn word you say. Obviously, this is based off all the stuff what's going on with CM Punk and the Saudi Arabia tweets and all the stuff he said to the Miz. John Cena's being smart, which I do appreciate that he's done that. You got to read the room, and the internet's talking about one thing with CM Punk. You might as well feed into it. Let Punk know and then feed into it. Meanwhile, just to let you not know why I'm saying all this thing, Punk is sitting in the ring, lying down between the Slim Jim table. But yeah, just wanted to let you know that. Make sure. Then what did he say after that? After he said he's jealous of him, the crosswords and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Then he says, "Because you change your values as much as I change my t-shirts." Ooh, another bar. I suppose it's cinema. "You're a loudmouth opportunist who will step on the necks of people who actually work hard to get ahead of you." Where's the camera? "Hey, Claudio Castiglione. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Hey, Matt Cardona." Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, man. Shut up, bro. Just a stupid line, bro. Such a this is the line that everyone on the internet's fucking melting over. This is the line that everyone's squirting over on the internet. That he said all the names. Brother, get a life, man. He said some people's real names and that. You know what happened when he said that? Most of the people don't know who he's talking about. That's what happened. All the casual fans are watching John like, what the fuck is a Castiglione, bro? Sounds like nice pasta. Yeah? What the fuck is a Nemeth, bruv? Sounds like a creature from the ocean, bruv. And what the fuck is a Cardona, bruv? Sounds like what goes on the Castiglione. Cardona cheese on a marinara Castiglione, bruv. What the fuck? Nobody knows what you're talking about, bruv. Bare Italian menus, bruv. Fuck out of here, man. Let me just break this down for the simps at the back. "How are you guys doing?" he says. Then he's like, "We're still on, baby. It's heating up. He's on fire." Talk about bigging yourself up. Your promo wasn't on fire, bro. He said, "There's nobody back there that's going to cut my mic and save your ass." It's funny that because at the beginning of the promo, you was checking your mic, but, you know. "I'm your only friend. Remember who gave you the stage for your pipe bomb pal." Right. No one's ever been scared of anyone who said the words pal. Never. Put him up! Put him up, pal! No one's ever been scared of anyone who said the word pal, bro. Yeah? And then he said, "Since then, what have you done with it? You just regurgitate the same 5 microphone moves of doom. Your promo potato salad. You're no longer the voice of the voiceless. You're a freaking millionaire despite yourself." I agree with the voice of the voiceless thing because that's what I said last week. You used to be against the system and now you were part of it. Mentioning the pipe bomb was stupid because, you know what I mean? That's just dumb. And regurgitating the same 5 microphone moves of doom. Well, the 5 moves of doom are what everyone says that John Cena does. So he's trying to be smart there. And then the same... to be fair, I probably agree with John Cena, but CM Punk does regurgitate the same stuff on the mic all the time. Then he says, "You're not a punk, you're a capitalist, and you're not against TKO. Dude, you're Mr. TKO." Again, dude and pal, no one's ever scared of them people. Because they knocked your balls technically off your body. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? These are cheesy lines, bro. Like, your tweets are strongs and your actions are weak. Saudi Arabia tweet. And in Saudi Arabia, you're going to face some loud music when I finally prove to you and the world each and every day in, day out, no days off for 25 years. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. That I've been the greatest of all time. Blah, blah, blah. He said, you are nothing. They know you. You were the best in the world for 7 minutes 14 years ago. He's referring to the pipe bomb 14 years ago that he'd done for 7 minutes. First of all, again, mention the pipe bomb stupid, but also, he is kind of right. Before anyone attacks me, I'm probably a bit biased because I wasn't a CM Punk guy ever. But every time people mention CM Punk, they bring up the pipe bomb. And I'm like, it wasn't that great, bro. Like, you don't have to stop pretending like CM Punk took a microphone and went rogue and Vince didn't know what he was going to say and all that stuff. That's not what happened, bro. Do you notice that CM Punk didn't get fired straight after the pipe bomb the day after? Exactly. Then he said, if you're delusional enough to believe that you're the best in the world after Night of Champions, then it's a small world after all. Welcome. You're welcome, Grand Rapids. Bring your A game at Night of Champions because if anything in the building of Grand Rapids is the mood starting to change. This was awful because one of them's supposed to be the biggest heel in the company and one's supposed to be a babyface, and John Cena managed to get everyone to cheer him even more and give Cena a chance. And I do agree that, like, now when they go to Saudi Arabia, you better hope that the Saudi Arabia crowd don't remember the tweets on it. Because if they do, John Cena's going to get cheered anyway because they love John Cena. Everyone loves John Cena. And then, yeah, you're going to get booed because you diss their country. You diss their country. You diss their country's princes and stuff. Or their sheikhs. And then you came here to take some money. Here's what it is. He said, you got to rest up. You got a big championship match. Ain't that right? The best in the world. And then he said, get a good shot of this against the greatest of all. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Then he said, enough, you're starting to see the truth. The champ is here. Hey, USA, you can keep the 2 minutes, the extra 2.5 minutes. So he's talking about to USA Network. Because obviously on USA Network compared to Netflix, they can't end when they want. There's a time scale. This was stupid because basically what you just told us all was CM Punk's been lying there for about 12 minutes and he was supposed to lie there for an extra 2.5 minutes. Thanks for letting us know. I don't need a bomb to go off in this motherfucking building. Thank you. He didn't say motherfucking though. He said motherfudging. Listen. When he said motherfudging is when I said this is shit. Because I was alright. Then he said the words motherfudging. I would rather him say motherfucking than they beeped him out. He said motherfudging. Bruv, shut up, man. Shut up. Anyway. Might as well, listen, at this point, all the stuff that I said about John Cena turning babyface again, and it would never happen because there's not enough time. Listen, if he keeps going like this, he's going to end up as a babyface by the time he leaves. But that was the end of the show, so let me get to everyone's comments before we get out of here because we needed on 2 hours and, yeah, live. So start from Deontay's comment. Up here, you could have turned John Cena into Lex Luger and controlled Truth. To do this dirty work for him, Cena is not here every week. That's true. However, speaking of Taker, I hope he incorporates attitude, ruthless aggression, era storylines going forward, at least in Close Enough, I beg. I'm not gonna listen. I watched LFG for a little bit, and the stuff that Taker said he was liking, I was like, maybe it was more Vincent Pritchard and Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara. Anyway, he had me rolling when he said his name like that. Oh, it's so stupid. If Cena mentioned Cabana, Jack Perry, and said Cry Me a River, would have been like, yes, exactly. Like Jack Perry was the one. Like that was the only name that was like, say Jack Perry, say Colt Cabana, because of when you said Colt Cabana the first time compared to what happened after, it's completely different. So saying their names would have been cold. Ain't nobody give a damn about what Cesaro's doing, bro. I told you, bro. Darren, big up. It said, too deep, it's in just enjoy the entertainment. Big up, Darren, for coming over to the channel, man. Listen, it's your opinion on it, but all I want to say to you is, you know, normally when someone says to me, just enjoy the entertainment, that means it would have to be entertaining for me to just enjoy it. If this show was just entertaining, we would have finished an hour ago and we would have been happy. It's not entertaining. So I'm not gonna it's not too deep for me. I'm talking on it, pause. It's not entertaining. So I'm gonna keep talking. Well hey man, if you wanna just enjoy the entertainment, then you can make your own YouTube channel and not talk because you enjoy it. Hey. You are not that guy, buddy. Trust me, you are not that guy vibes. Yeah, exactly. They might boo Punk. I think they will. They were cheesy lines. I agree, James. It was awful. Fan favorite scene. Confused. Exactly. Is that what they actually bleeped out? Bruv, I heard him say. I heard him say the words fudging. I heard him say that, bro. No one's worried about anyone that says fudging, bro. Overall, what did you think of SmackDown Rank Savage? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Still, big up, Sonny. My rating for this SmackDown is 5 out of 10. I have to say as well, I'm a massive fan, and I say I'm a fan of something that hasn't even happened, but I've always said that with modern day and the amount they keep trying to pull back the curtain and show us everything, it would make sense to be a little bit more, sounds fucked up, but and I never thought I'd say this. It would make more sense to be a little bit more like AEW than WWE with but AEW don't do enough of it. They kind of like not 100%. So I'm not saying talk about your booking and stuff like that. Booking matches you can talk about, but don't talk about like the actual booking and creative because then it sounds stupid. But in AEW at least they talk about somebody smoking. Nasty bastards. They can mention certain things in it, and I think that a show based in reality would be a lot better because everyone's smart marks now. Everyone thinks they know everything about what's going on. A lot of them do. There's a lot of leaks coming out of the company and stuff. So, you can go to Nick Aldis's office and be like, "Why have you booked me that match when I should be in this match with blah 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 blah?" You can do all of that stuff. And I think most people are aware that all the wrestlers are not using their real names. Well, most of them aren't. So I guess you can call, if you're the backstage, you might hear one of them call them something else compared to now. You can do little things in it. You can do little things. You're already going to give us WWE on Real what's going to pull back the curtain even more. So trying to I don't know what's worse. I think trying to incorporate like tiny bits of kayfabe is worse than no kayfabe. So, but yeah, Anna said it was mid. It was worse than the Go Home show. Yeah. So next week, SmackDown's pre-recorded, or is it in Saudi Arabia like last year? It's in. No. They just said. I just told you that the Street Profits match is in SmackDown, isn't it? That's what it says on here. I'll tell you, the Street Profits. Let me go back. This is on the report from, unless they've put it wrong, but it's on the WWE Network. Where was I? Street Profits. Fucking hell, I did have it here somewhere. I think it's in Saudi Arabia. Maybe you lot are right, but on here it doesn't say that. It definitely says for the where is it? For the tag team match, it definitely said next week. Yeah, look, next week on SmackDown from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Zelina Vega will put her WWE United States Championship on the line against Julia. The Street Profits will put their WWE Tag Team titles on the line against the Wyatt Six on SmackDown. So if it's why did it say from Saudi Arabia then says on SmackDown? So unless SmackDown, I don't know, they might have made a mistake. Honestly, if they have made a mistake, then it's who cares. But if they haven't made a mistake, it's in Saudi Arabia, then it'd be a good time for me to watch. So the only problem is it won't be the 4th of July by then, and I'm not sitting for a 3-hour SmackDown. So what I might do, you know what we did before? I might log on, if you lot are about, I might do the final hour. I might do the final hour of SmackDown and review it in real time. Maybe. because I was gonna just do pre-recorded Raw and SmackDown review for next week, but I'll do pre-recorded Raw, SmackDown. I'll do the last hour, and then. But if it's in America, then I'm not doing it. Some people saying gave it a rank D plus. D plus is like a 6 out of 10 anyway, or 5 out of 10. So yeah, it was trash. And I'm just gonna say bro, the UK time the same as the pay per view time, bro. Midday, and it's like 5-6 o'clock them times. Because won't it just be like because they'll still put it on at whatever time. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like 5-6 o'clock. But anyway, before we get out, I just want to say everyone who's calling this John Cena thing cinema and all that stuff. Listen, I don't know what you thought when it was The Rock and Cody backstage outside in the rain, and The Rock was saying "fuck these cameras." That was cinema, bro. That was actual cinema, bro. That was like a movie of a movie. You know, like on Scream when they're recording Stabbed. That's what that was like, and The Rock was like, "Fuck these cameras." That was cold. You lot can't be calling John Cena's promo at the cinema and The Rock cinema both in the same thing. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. This promo wasn't better than Roman Reigns. This is my place. I run SmackDown. This is my ring. That's my cameraman. These are my people. That's not better than Roman's. All right. Anyway, we've done 2 hours now, which is the longest review we've done. Because normally I'm trying to do an hour. But such is life. It's been hot, and I'm going to go and chill. And then get back to work. But it is what it is. Of course, Roman changed the game, and he's the best, bro. Like, Roman, they were going in the right direction with Roman running stuff, and they decided to change it up. Hey, deal with it. But big up to everyone else in the chat. Big up to everyone who comes in later on. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Let me just show you this as well. Look at this, how cold this looks. That's my boy. That's Chang. That's young Changus, bro. Yeah, how cold that looks. Yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my boy. That's his play. Looking like he's about to run a Michael Bublé concert, bro. What you know about Claudius, bro? Yeah, man. Respect my seed, bro. Anyway. Yeah, Mama Rhodes and all that, bro. But love for the love. Big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah, man. We'll be back on the Monday. We'll be back definitely Monday. Well, Tuesday morning. But if they're running anything before that, if there's any news drops or anything like that, then we can definitely run that as well. I'm gonna go and edit the rest of HUGO Online because I'm changing stuff over there, and obviously all the videos are gone now. So, yeah, go run it properly. But yeah, man. God damn it.